Hey and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review Headshot from 2016. This is an Indonesian action movie. A man with memory loss wakes up in the hospital and together with his horny doctor, he tries to find out who he is and why someone shot him in the head. Meet the Indonesian Jason Bourne. Headshot is directed by Kimo Stambul and Timo Thayanto. In the lead role we find Iko Uwais. Headshot is a hard-hitting movie that offers a lot of brutal action scenes, but the runtime of almost 2 hours is too long. This is a movie that could have had a runtime of 90 minutes. If it had been 90 minutes, we would have gotten a much tighter script that had engaged more. There are many long action sequences in the movie. The best action scene takes place at the police station where the hero has 2 brutal fights. In these scenes there is a lot of wild energy and you can see where Timo Thayanto took his inspiration from when he 2 years later made the action classic The Night Comes For Us. Ooh, that's a brilliant movie. This is raw energy. It's so fun and in-your-face violence. I love it. Time never stands still. The hero beats up and kills the people who are trying to kill him, but they put up a fight. So you see he's getting tired towards the end of the movie when his body has taken a beating. He meets old acquaintances and there are many fight scenes 1 against 1. You can call these opponents mid-bosses before the protagonist finally meets the main boss. But not all of the fight scenes are good. 2 fight scenes don't impress. The action choreography in Headshot feels a little flat and repetitive compared to the action choreography in The Night Comes For Us. There's an action scene in the woods I didn't like at all. The camera shakes and the scene tries to mimic the legendary fight scene from SPL when Donnie Yen and Wu Ying have their fantastic fight. But the entire scene becomes monotonous and repetitive, and the shaky camera doesn't exactly help to make the scene better. Iko Uwais is a bit on and off. Since he has memory loss and a bullet hole in his head, he becomes a little passive before he fights back and turns the violence up to 8 out of 10. It takes time before he wakes up and he gets beaten up in the fights. So he isn't a superhero like Donnie Yen and Jet Li. So over to the biggest surprise of the movie, Chelsea Islan. I hate this actor in the May the Devil Take You movies. She is terrible in those movies with her disgusting overacting, but then it turns out she can act in heavier drama roles. She's great in this movie when her life is in danger and she has to fight for her life. She is believable and she impressed me in the most dramatic scenes. And it's always a big plus when the lovely Julie Estelle is in the movie. She was also hot in The Night Comes For Us. Headshot is an intense and violent movie with some brutal violence that will excite martial arts fans. I also liked the movie score, which creates a wonderful rhythm and atmosphere in the best scenes. When people are shot, there's a lot of energy pouring out of the screen. It smells of death and destruction in these scenes and I love it. If you love action movies, you have to watch Headshot. It's an entertaining movie, but it's a movie that should have been half an hour shorter. The story isn't good and what's wrong with the horny doctor who wants to fuck our hero? What kind of person is this woman who falls in love with a man she doesn't know? He has tons of scars all over his body and a bullet hole in his head. She is so horny and desperate. What's wrong with her? Did she see Iko Uwais' penis and decided that this is her penis and man? What's wrong with her? Why is she watching over him like a horny doctor reading Moby Dick? What's happening? Sick woman. My phone number is 4890. Call me.
Hello, can you hear me? You are not wearing boxers and I'm reading Moby Dick. I am horny. You are knocked out. Can you please wake up so I can smoke my cigarette? I am reading Moby Dick, and you are not wearing boxers. I am reading Moby Dick. Can you please wake the fuck up? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? God damn it. What a dick.
If you love action movies, you have to watch Headshot. It's an entertaining movie, but it's a movie that should have been half an hour shorter. And the story is shit. The whole movie feels empty and stupid. What I like about these Indonesian action movies is that the best movies mix martial arts and violence you associate with slasher movies. The cinematography and the movie score are usually fantastic. There's a special atmosphere that's created in these movies that can only be found in Indonesian movies. You just know that you're watching an Indonesian movie. So I never get enough as long as there are skilled people in front and behind the camera. From 1 to 10 I give Headshot a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Sleep well and dream about me.